Yes, I'm sharing my screen now. Just wait. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, uh, our reproductive system is means as God has made two different types of body, male and female. So, male is having a bit different reproductive system, and female is having a bit different reproductive system. So, reproductive system is made up of primarily gonads. Gonads are primary reproductive organs. Okay. Okay, I should rotate my phone, right? Actually, I had no time for making slides, so I have to use Rahul Bhaiya's slide, which is a bit means in these slides Hindi is there little bit, so you have to adjust with my words only. Okay, so in human reproductive systems, primarily we have gonads. Gonads are primary sex organs. Okay, so what are gonads in male body? In male body, gonads are testes, and in female body, gonads are ovaries. Why these are known as primary sex organ? Because they are directly related to production of gametes. Okay, now be aware or keep concentration or keep attention on my words that human reproductive system is made up of primarily means primary reproductive systems are known as gonads, and those gonads in male body are testes and in female body are ovaries. And why they are known as primary reproductive system or gonads? Because they they are producing they are involved in directly producing gametes. And what are gametes? Those are sperm in male and ova in female. Okay, now the concept is clear till now what I have told.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are gonads?
Primary
Primary sex
organs.
organs
Yes, primary sex organ. And why they are known as primary sex organ?
because they produce gametes, which are sperms in males and ova in female.
Yes. Now we will discuss primarily female reproductive system at first. Consist of primary sex organ and accessory sex organ. Okay. The primary sex organ are pairs of ovaries which produce egg or ova and uh, and secrete female sex hormone. Okay. These ovaries produce egg or ova, and they secrete also female sex hormone. What are female sex hormone? Estrogen and progesterone. Now, accessory sex organs. Accessory sex organs are external genitalia or vulva, which can be seen from outside, and labia major, labia minor, and clitoris. Means external genitalia include labia major, labia minor, and clitoris, which can be seen from outside. And internal genitalia consist fallopian tube, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Okay. and this internal genitalia can't be seen from outside. Now, the most important hormone in female reproductive system is estrogen, which helps in female sexual characteristics like we can see the female sexual characteristics or male sexual characteristics building or developing during puberty, right? And what are those? Like developing breasts, widening hips, and widening of these thighs and pubic hair and widening of shoulder. All these things, all these changes are seen during puberty or when the sexual characteristics are developing in a female body. Next is progesterone. Progesterone released during pregnancy. Okay. Now in this picture you can see what are the changes we can see during puberty in a female. That is breast development, muscle strength, preventing atherosclerosis. Yes, male are more prone to atherosclerosis in comparison to female. Okay, increase in cholesterol in bile, ovulation, uterus lining, vaginal lubrication stimulate endometrial growth, increase of fat store, maturation, and maintenance of bone mineral density. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So now we are proceeding to external genitalia or vulva, which consists of labia majora. Labia majora is two large folds forming the boundary of vulva, formed of skin, fibrous tissue, and fat. Okay, and pubic hair can be seen on these portion. Now, next is labia minora. Now, two small foldings of skin between labia majora left opening between labia minor is vestibule, vagina, urethra ducts of vestibular glands open here. Okay. Under this labia majora, labia minora is present. Okay. So labia minora are two small folds of skin between labia majora. The left opening between labia minora is vestibule, vagina, urethra, ducts of vestibular glands open here. Okay, so vestibular glands open here. And the next portion or next part of external genitalia is clitoris. Clitoris contains sensory nerve endings and erectile tissue. It's very sensitive. Means you can say that clitoris is the most sensitive part of genitalia in female. It is having so much of a sensory nerve ending here. Means so much of sensory nerves are ending in clitoris. So it is very sensitive part. Now next is vestibular glands. Vestibular glands are Bartholin gland, one on each side near vaginal opening. We have already seen in labia minora that on the wall of labia minora, the opening between labia minora, vestibular tubule or vestibular glands are opening. Okay, so they are present one on each side of vaginal opening or wall of labia minora. Yes. And what are the function of vestibular gland? Vestibular gland secrete mucus and keeps the bulb moisture. And it is important to keep this portion moistured. And this moisture or mucus is produced by these vestibular glands. Okay. Now, internal genitalia. Internal genitalia consists of vagina. It's a short fiber muscular tubular organ leading from outside of body to cervix of uterus, lined by stratified squamous epithelium. Okay. Now, here is a question point of view. What is or of which tissue vagina is made up of? Okay. Mainly, it is short fiber muscular tubular organ leading from outside of body to cervix of uterus. You can see here in this picture, the portion of vagina is leading from outside of body and it is ending at the cervix of uterus. Okay, cervix of uterus is the end part of uterus is cervix. Well leveled here in this picture. You can see the picture in detail, that where the ovaries are located and how they are connected to uterus by fallopian tube, and where is uterus located in the body. Sorry. Now, this uterus is ending at cervix, and after that cervix vagina is located, and vagina is ending at the outside of body. Okay, now this vagina is lined by stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, now vagina is also known as birth canal, means from which canal delivery of or childbirth takes place. Okay. And stratified squamous epithelium makes the shape of vagina more stretchable, because delivery or childbirth makes means it is the pathway need to be stretchable for childbirth, right? So stratified squamous epithelium makes that pathway stretchable. Vagina is uh, located just below the, means urinary bladder is just in front of vagina, and behind vagina rectum and anus is present. Okay, means vagina is located behind urinary bladder and in front of rectus and anus. Vagina can also move upward and backward up to 45 degree, and anterior wall of vagina is 7.5 semi and posterior wall is 9 semi. Now, functions of vagina. Already discussed, it is also known as birth canal. Also, this pathway used during sexual intercourse, because penis is inserted in this pathway. Now, next is cervix. Cervix is neck of uterus and lower narrow portion, cylindrical or conical in shape, and it is divided into two portions, that is upper supravaginal portion and lower vaginal portion. Now, upper supravaginal portion communicates with the body of uterus through internal os. Sorry. And this lower vaginal portion communicates with vagina through external abyss. And I am forgetting what is OS. Sorry, I will tell you after knowing this. Now we are going to discuss about ovaries. Ovaries are two in number, one on each side, left and right, and it produces ova or egg and female hormones. And it is of almond shaped, right? Ovary developing follicles, blood vessels, and stroma. It also means it also act like a gland which is of maroon color, means brown color, and it ovary developing follicles, blood vessels, and stroma. Now, these ovaries are also divided into two parts, that is cortex and medulla. Obviously, outer part is cortex and middle part is medulla. And produces ova, mm, 12 to 16, yeah, it develops in between 12 to 16 years of age, and approx 500 follicles develop here in and these follicles are coming out in form of menstruation in each month. And vesicular ovarian follicle, yeah. Get there. I'm really sorry for these slides. This is written in Hindi. I will provide you these slides in English, but I have to go on for these slides because I didn't have time to make slides. So these follicles produce,
Making slides for this, or are we supposed to use these?
yes.
Would you be making the slides for this topic, or are we supposed to use these?
Actually, I don't know. If I would make that, then I will obviously forward to you. Or otherwise,
Because these slides can't be used by some of the students. They don't know Hindi at all. Some of
yes,
them.
yes, I understand that problem. That is why I will try my level best to translate these slides. I will provide you notes in English.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now these follicles are producing estrogen hormone, and each egg is, means after producing egg, within 14 days this egg can be fertilized, otherwise this egg is destroyed. And this destroy, if the egg is being destroyed, then menstruation takes place. Okay, means follicles in the ovary are producing egg, and within 14 days of egg is produced, if sorry, if fertilization is taking place within 14 days of production of egg, then it's okay. Child will grow or embryo will grow. Otherwise, if fertilization is not taking place within 14 days of production of egg, then this egg will be destroyed, and this destroyed egg with the layer of endothelium developed for receiving the zygote are being um, are being destroyed, and they are coming through vagina as menstruation. Okay, so in menstruation, what comes out? The egg, destroyed egg, and walls of endometrium of uterus. Okay, now fallopian tube. two tubes leading from ovaries into the uterus that are 10 semi. End of tube contain finger-like projection that are known as fimbriae. Okay. So, finger-like projections we have also learned in case of lungs, in case of small intestine, and what they are called.
Cilia.
Cilia in which structure? Means in which place cilia?
Meaning, where are they found? Your question, I didn't understand.
Yes, where
Cilia?
cilia is named after which organ?
Cilia is those finger-like projections. They are found in the small intestine, lungs, and the
Okay.
fallopian tube. Villi.
Yes, cilia is found in lungs and villi is found in small intestine. Means they are actually almost finger-like projection, same almost, um, but named different in different area. Cilia in lungs, villi in intestine, and fimbriae in fallopian tube. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it clear? Isn't it clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, when egg is produced in ovary, then the egg travel through fallopian tube and comes to uterus. You can see in this picture as well. At first, ovary is producing egg, and this egg coming to uterus through fallopian tube, and fertilization takes place in fallopian tube only because sperm travels to uterus and then fallopian tube, and then matured egg is being fertilized by sperm in fallopian tube. Sorry. Ciliated line and peris, peristeal peristeal sorry peristeal peristeal motion is responsible for making egg to the further or yes,
Peristaltic, or is it peristaltic?
peris. Yes, I have to see this terminology.
I think it's peristaltic motion.
Yes, I am looking for that only. Peristaltic, but peristaltic is known as the muscular movement, but here actual muscular movement is not taking place. Here this fimbriae is present, so I have to look for this. It is peristaltic or something else, because a proper muscular movement is not here. It is supported by this fimbriae or finger like projection. So this kind of motion is related for the traveling of egg and sperm in fallopian tube. Now next is uterus. Uterus is the place where embryo grow. Means after fertilization, the growing of zygote takes place in uterus. Uterus is a hollow, muscular, pear-shaped organ, flattened anterior-posteriorly means anterior-posteriorly means from front, and from back side it is flattened, and lies in pelvic cavity between urinary bladder and rectum. Antiversion, एंटीफ्लेक्शन, क्योंकि यहाँ थोड़ा सा आगे की ओर झुका हुआ है. ओके. So it is a bit tilted to front. That is why the term anteflexion is used here, or anteversion is used here. Means it is slightly tilted towards front side of our body. And the weight of uterus is about 30 to 40 gram. Length is about 7.5 semi. Width is about 5 semi. Wall thickness is about 2.5 cm. Okay. Now, uterus is also divided into three parts, that is fundus, body, and cervix. Fundus of uterus is the upper part of uterus. You can see in this picture. Fundus of uterus is the upper portion of uterus. Body is the cavity of uterus. The cavity of uterus where child grow is the body of uterus. And isthmus. Isthmus is the is the narrow part of uterus, and body, isthmus and fundus. Between the isthmus and fundus, body separates, means the body of uterus separates isthmus and fundus. Means fundus is the uppermost part, body is the middle part, and the last part is isthmus. So body is separating isthmus and fundus. Now, cervix is located below isthmus. So at first, fundus is located at the upper part, then body, the hollow portion, then isthmus, and below isthmus, cervix is present. Wall of uterus is about 2.5 semi. Mainly three layers are there in uterus, that is perimetrium, myometrium, and endometrium. Perimetrium is outer layer, myo means middle layer, endo means the basal layer or the innermost layer. Also the functional layer. Okay, and here you can see the sexual cycle or menstrual cycle. Means here in this picture you can see how egg is being produced, the egg is being matured, ovulation period is coming, and then egg is being destroyed and menstruation takes place. And in this picture you can see how endometrium is developing, and the menstrual cycle is also taking place within a cycle of 28 days. At the 0 day, little menses are taking place, and then means ovulation, means after that 0 day when egg is being produced, after that within 14 days ovulation period is taking place. In between these 14 days the egg is being matured, and in these 14 days proliferation phase is taking place, and after that 14 days the egg is being damaged or destroyed, then it is secretory phase, and it is being discharged through menstrual outflow. Oh, oh, this
The
is
three
too.
phases, names of the three phases.
Yes.
The names of the three phases.
Yeah, this is first phase is menstrual or menses from 0 day, then proliferating phase, and then secretory phase. It is depicted as menses is depicted by red color in this picture, proliferative phase by little pinkish, and then secretory phase as yellow color. Okay. Okay, now this is totally in Hindi. What I have to do with? Okay, I can read and make you understand. मासिक चक्र के दौरान जब ओवरी से एग निकलता है तब ओव्यूलेशन होता है. Okay, means during one cycle, when egg is outcoming or egg is discharged from ovary, then ovulation takes place. Then fertilization takes place in fallopian tube if sperm is coming and the sperm is able to fertilize that egg. Then fertilization takes place in fallopian tube. And if fertilization do not takes place, then the unfertilized egg goes to uterus, and then uterine lining they they tear up and takes a form of menstrual discharge with that unfertilized egg. Okay. So, how it can be understood that a female is going through ovulation period? Means a female can only be pregnant during her fertile days or ovulation periods. If ovulation, यदि आप ovulation okay, during ovulation period only fertilization, if the intercourse is taking place during ovulation period, then only pregnancy is possible, or pregnant the chance of pregnancy increases if intercourse is taking place in between this ovulation period. And how this ovulation period longs, it the ovulation period longing from 11 to 21 days after menstrual cycle, means after last menstrual cycle, between 11 to 21 days is the highest or peak ovulation period. And if a female is having irregular menstrual cycle, then her ovulation period will also keep changing. And these things I have already told. Those things is already ovulation. Okay. And here comes an important information. During the birth of a female, the ovaries carrying 2 crores of eggs inside it. Means during the birth of a female, from the time of birth only, a female child is containing 2 crores of eggs in its ovary immatured, in as in immature phase, or eggs are immatured in ovaries. So ovary is maturing each egg in every month. And when this change takes place, the maturing of eggs start in puberty. ते युवावस्था के And yes, during childbirth means during the birth of a female, it is containing 2 crores of eggs. But when the puberty is taking place, till that only 5 lakh eggs remain. Okay. And in each month, one egg is developed or matured. Then it comes to fallopian tube. If it is getting fertilized, then pregnancy will take place. Otherwise, it will come to uterus and menstrual cycle will take place. And if the egg is being fertilized, then the fertilized egg comes at the wall of uterus, that is endometrium, and that wall is well prepared for receiving the fertilized egg. And luteinizing hormone is developed, or stimulation of luteinizing hormone is being triggered when fertilization takes place, or when zygote is entering to walls of uterus.
Otherwise, generally, luteinizing hormone is not released, ma'am, during the other phases. If there's no fertilization taking place, then luteinizing hormone doesn't get released.
Yes, it is like that only. Generally, it is not seen that luteinizing hormone is in work. During pregnancy only, it has been seen that luteinizing hormone is working.
That you showed for the three phases where you mentioned about menstrual proliferation and secretory. There
Hmm.
was follicular phase and luteal phase.
Yes.
So during the luteal phase,
Yes.
does the luteinizing hormone get released?
No, luteinizing hormone is released during pregnancy.
Called luteal phase, no?
No, luteal phase is different. Luteal phase is when this this damaged egg is coming to mm, uterus. That is luteal
What
phase. Means
14
after
days
the
is the
ovulation.
follicular. The
Yes,
first 14 days on the top of the diagram, just under the female sexual cycle, you see follicular phase and
yes,
luteal phase. So I think the whole cycle is divided into 14 days and 14 days. The first 14 days are for the follicular phase, and the next 14 days are for the luteal phase.
yes. Because follicular phase, because the egg is traveling to through the follicle, means fallopian tube. Okay, the egg is not reached to the uterus.
Yeah, and how about the luteal phase? The egg is not fertilized during the ovulation period or the fertile days. Then the luteal phase, during that phase, what happens, ma'am?
I don't know exactly what is happening, but it is the destruction of, means when the egg is not being fertilized, then it do not survive. It damages by itself, and it comes out through the uh, endometrium lining of uterus, and that is
So,
menstruation.
yeah, there are different hormones released, right, ma'am? The FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, which gets
Yes.
released.
Yes. And what's your question now?
The hormones also, a little bit of explanation is needed in terms of when estrogen would be released and progesterone. You spoke about the role of estrogen, but progesterone we didn't touch upon that, and also a little more about the follicle stimulating hormone.
Okay. Let me go to that slide. Yes. Progesterone is released during pregnancy, and estrogen is responsible for the sexual characteristics development. Okay.
Yeah, this is fine, ma'am. This is fine. This is a very general way, but during the whole phase, the ovulation phase and the whole cycle, period cycle, there is a release of these hormones during some phases. I don't remember exactly, but I've read that while I was going through my
That
MSc
might be.
curriculum.
There are so many functions of hormones, but actually I don't remember that things right now. So if I get to know that exactly, I will convey you.
And
Or if you
generally,
get to know,
luteinizing hormone, it will activate that ovulation phase, ma'am. So it is there in the cycle.
yes, please confirm yourself.
Ma'am, I'm Geeta, ma'am. And luteinizing hormone, it will activate the ovulation phase, ma'am.
Luteinizing hormone.
Yeah.
Yes. Then what are you trying to say?
No, it is not only connected with pregnancy, it is connected with normal menstruation also, I'm trying to say.
The same, ma'am. I'm
You
not
are
very
talking about,
clear
yes.
because it's been a while since I last read this, but I remember that vaguely that there is a role of luteinizing hormone, and estrogen and progesterone release also is triggered by the hormones in the brain.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, if that was covered, it would have been clear, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know actually what all these hormones and how they are exactly working. If I get to know the clear uh, picture of these hormones, then I will convey you. Otherwise, if you get to know, then please convey in the group. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Where were we? Yeah. Here, every female child is containing 2 crores of eggs during her childbirth, and till puberty only 5 lakhs eggs are remaining, and before menstrual cycle 1 egg is developed each month, and estrogen hormone is being produced during that period, and uterus linings become mm, used to become thicker on those days because it creates the comfortable environment for the zygote. And when estrogen is being increased, then luteinizing hormone triggers. Then when luteinizing hormone increases, then the egg in the ovary is being released. Okay, it is written ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन की वृद्धि एग के ओवरी से रिलीज होने के कारण होती है और महिला ओव्यूलेट करती है. मीन्स ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन मीन्स इंक्रीज इन ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन triggers the ovulation or release of egg from ovary. Means after increase of luteinizing hormone within 24 to 36 hours, this ovulation means release of egg from ovary takes place. Okay. Now, in this period, if any sperm is hitting the ovum, then it is almost sure that pregnancy will occur. Or if pregnancy do not occur, then menstruation takes place. Okay. Now, male reproductive system. I think we should cover the male reproductive system tomorrow because it's 8:55 now. I think you people have next class by Rahul Bhaiya, right? So we will discuss male reproductive system tomorrow. And if you get any information regarding the doubts of today, please convey in the group or convey to me. And if I can found any further information regarding your doubts, I will clear it tomorrow. Okay. So sit comfortably, close your eyes, upright your spine, adapt namaskar mudra in front of your chest, and